Welcome, I'm the Kaiju no Kami, and today I continue Mothra Month with Mothra vs. Godzilla. No, I already did that one. Ghidorah, did that. Evera, Destroy All Monsters, the 1992. Oh crap. I continue with Rebirth of Mothra. Godzilla is dead as a doornail. As such, Toho needed a new star for a movie franchise, and the only logical choice was the fan favorite Mothra. Well, that makes sense, considering the original Mothra is as much of a masterpiece as the '54 Godzilla movie. And what better way to celebrate this accomplishment by choosing a child audience as your main focus? What? That's right. The Rebirth of Mothra trilogy was actually geared more towards children, like the Gamera movies were in the Showa era, than those who were just coming off the high of the Heisei Godzilla series. Why, I don't know, but I guess Toho figured getting a younger audience would be better for them than an older one. Nevertheless, here is Rebirth of Mothra. Our movie begins with a bunch of construction workers uncovering an ancient stone that holds an ancient evil within it. Oh, sorry. For some reason I thought I was reviewing the first Power Rangers movie here. My mistake. Rebirth of Mothra begins with a bunch of construction workers uncovering an ancient stone that holds an ancient evil within it. Here we meet Gotell, played by Kenjiro Nashimoto, a deadbeat dad who decides to yank a medallion out of the stone in order to give it to his daughter Wakaba. Wakaba is then possessed by the magic of an evil tiny witch named Belvera, who rides a tiny little dragon. Wakaba's brother is Taiki, a boy with the most unemotional acting you will probably ever see come out of these things. Both are played by Maya Fujisawa and Kazuki Futami. Oh, Hitomi Takahashi plays their oblivious mother, who is only ever identified as Mrs. Goto. Anyway, all seems lost as Wakaba wastes away on the couch watching TV and eating junk food. First world problems, yo. While her brother sulks until two good little girls riding on a fairy Mothra offer to help. Here, the duo Mona and Laura battle Belvera across the living room. Look at this. How is it they were able to accomplish this in 1961, but then 35 years later, they just can't do the same thing? Also, the fight is... I can't even complete this sentence. Okay, so back in the 90s, there was this little toy line called Monsters in My Pocket. You'd have little things like the Kraken, like a Hydra, a Tengu, Medusa, and a Griffin. The line was so popular that there was even a Nintendo game built around the concept by Konami. This fight here just makes me wish I was playing that game instead of watching this. Belvera escapes with the medallion in hand, known as the Seal of Elias. Mrs. Goto and her kids take a trip to Hokkaido.
かわいいお人形ですね。よくできてるわ。このぬいぐるみも変わってるわね。なんていう名前？フェアリー。え？フェアリーっていうの。
How original. Where the ancient stone lies and get there just as Goto, under Belvera's control, blows the stone up with a truck full of dynamite. The twins managed to get the Seal of Elias away from Belvera using a kite. I'm not making this up, folks. They actually beat her using a kite. The kids retrieve the seal, but they are also separated from their parents. Oh, and it is too late as Death Ghidorah is about to break free from his entrapment. Why Death Ghidorah? Well, he is the metalhead cousin to King Ghidorah. Seriously though, he is called Death Ghidorah because he is supposed to be the destroyer of worlds. Anyway, after a long and drawn out sequence, Death Ghidorah finally emerges. Mona and Laura leave the seal in the hands of the children because nothing can go wrong there. While they leave to get Mothra. Meanwhile, Goto and his wife are nearly killed because Japan eats parents for breakfast. The twins visit them to tell them the kids are alright and then fly off to summon the giant pipe cleaner in front of a really bad looking green screen. Mothra battles Death Ghidorah using 90s glitz and glamour, but she doesn't stand a chance. This in turn causes the larvae to be born from an egg left at wherever Mothra rests, and the girls sing in front of another bad green screened background. Belvera nearly gets the seal back until Mothra stops her with her laser lasso. Huh? Since when can Mothra do that? In fact, this happens a lot, as the larvae can also shoot laser beams out of its chest. It's like the writers are just making up new powers as they go along in order to make there be some sort of battle. It just doesn't make sense because there is nothing here to establish what Mothra can do. Everything is just there for plot convenience. The only addition that makes sense is the camouflage one. And that is because that is something moths can actually do. Oh, and we also get this great scene of Laura screaming. So after the Mothras get their asses beat down, the adult flies the larva away into the sea where it dies. Oh yeah, and the Gotell family is reunited. The larvae leaves to cocoon itself as there is still 30 minutes to go. Ugh. Death Ghidorah also just happens to stop its rampage to power up, growing wings to fly. At the same time, we get human drama about characters we don't even care about and stuff while the larva looks for the right spot to cocoon itself. Who knew a giant monster could be a prima donna? She finally finds the spot and spins her silk as the twins sing another song. 2 minutes later, she hatches out of it, setting a new world record for the amount of time a woman spent changing her clothes. Mothra takes off to battle the newly upgraded Death Ghidorah. Taiki and Wakaba just run off while their parents don't really even do anything to go after them. Mothra of course uses new types of laser beams on Ghidorah. Oh, and Belvera gets knocked out of the sky and we learn that her dragonfly was just a robot. Mothra twirls around to bury Death Ghidorah and the seal is used to relock him away. Belvera escapes and the twins reveal that she is their third sister. Don't care. The kids receive a ride on top of Mothra while the parents... Here we go. Is this the moment we have all been waiting to hear?
ここが元の森に戻るには100年か200年はかかるだろうな。
Come on.
でも まだ遅くはないわ。時間はかかるかもしれないけど。
They're about to say it.
今ならまだやり直せるし取り戻せる。
Yes! There it is! There is our environmental message, everyone. I knew this movie wouldn't fail me and forget to give us one of those. Mothra restores the plant life and the twins bid farewell to the Gotell family.
フェアリーは助けていただいたお礼を言っています。
一番最初にあなたに会えて本当によかった。
ありがとう、大輝さん。
Taiki. Hey, Taiki! Can you hear me? I think the movie broke him.
一番最初にあなたに会えて本当によかった。
ありがとう、大輝さん。
I can't tell if he's actually emotionally detached or if that he's just feeling about the movie the same way I am right now. So the movie ends with everyone living happily ever scowling. Oh, sorry. I kind of got dazed there for a second. Where was I? Oh. What a load of crap. Here I thought Godzilla vs. Mothra was a bad interpretation of Mothra, but this just takes the cake. The plot is as basic as you can get, and yet Toho managed to find a way to make it so boring. This was Okihiro Yoneda's first time as a director rather than an assistant one, and it shows. The man seems to have no idea what pacing is all about. He blows his load way too early, and then the rest of the movie just deters on mediocrity. This is one of those movies that could have been a much more enjoyable experience had it been around the 75-minute mark, especially since it was aimed at kids. In its current form though, it is 106 minutes, which kids would find to be extremely boring. There is very little in the way of character development, just a lot of sequences happening because it needed to add in unnecessary drama. None of the Gotell family is the least bit interesting, nor are the trio of sisters. Belvera had the opportunity to be a fleshed out villain, but the most development she gets is in a quick quip about her being Mona and Laura's sister. The effects are downright atrocious. This is an ugly movie, and it must have been made on the budget of $2,000. The Mothra puppets are so fake looking, especially when they are flying. Her wings barely ever move, and she seems to glide more than she flies. The miniatures are half-assed and bland as well. It's like they just took the leftovers from the Godzilla movies and put them together here. The scenes when Belvera and the twins fought in the living room was an interesting idea on paper, but clearly they didn't have the budget to execute it. They look so fake that it does manage to pull the viewer out of the movie. It also doesn't help that this sequence is nearly 6 minutes in length. The monster designs are a positive at least. The first adult Mothra is nearly the same as the one from the '92 movie, with a few minor differences. Nothing really worth going into though. The larva is the same too, but I do like the additions of the slime. That was a nice touch and adds life to the creature. Although she shouldn't be all slimy like that after she crossed the ocean to get to Japan. The second adult form does have an exquisite look to it, and it is probably the best thing to occur in the movie. I love the use of greens on her and the more triangular wings. It was nice to see something more unique done with Mothra as a Mongol form for once, even if it still looks like a bunch of pipe cleaners strung together. Death Ghidorah is cool. I like how he has a different look on him compared to the Ghidorah we are used to seeing, and yet you can still tell it is a Ghidorah. The flying form seemed a bit unnecessary though, and his obtaining wings didn't really add much to the plot of the movie. It was just a form upgrade that was done for the sake of it, which is pretty much how you can sum up this entire movie. I do like the changing colors being red and gray instead of the normal gold. Finally, there is Toshiyuki Watanabe's soundtrack, and it is fine. There isn't anything special about it, as you will forget it all in about a day, but it does work with the movie. So at this point, I really have nothing else to add to this mess of film. It may be aimed at kids, but that is no excuse for it to be as bad as it is. Kids will find it boring. Adults will find it boring. I just have no idea who would find enjoyment in this movie, although I'm sure someone out there does. Me, however, nope. Well, that is all the time for this review. Mothra Madness shall continue with Rebirth of Mothra 2. Until next time, bye.